Today is Super Saturday, the last Saturday before Christmas, and always one of the biggest shopping days of the year. If there are still names on your gift list, why not let science take the guesswork out of it? Michael Norton is an associate professor of business administration at the Harvard Business School and co-author of Happy Money, The Science of Smarter Spending, published by Simon & Schuster, a division of CBS. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning.
You say, I think we get the meaning of thoughtful wrong. We're not very good at giving gifts, are we?
We are terrible at giving gifts. Almost everything we think about how to give a good gift is almost exactly wrong. All our theories are incorrect.
I find it fascinating because when I saw this, I was like, surely not me. And then I realized everyone is me. Everyone thinks they're good at it. What's the most common mistake?
Actually, I think the most common mistake is that you should give really unique gifts that the person would never have thought of, and a gift that's never been given before in human history. And it turns out that a lot of people kind of want an iPad. But we go to all these lengths to get something crazy like folk art from the 4th century.
Well, I loved your analogy.
That was on my list this year, too.
I loved your analogy of going to a restaurant. Tell us what you were saying. It is very comparable.
Exactly. So if we go to a restaurant and we order a hamburger and a waitress comes over and says, you know what, I know you wanted a hamburger, but I brought you sushi instead because I think you'll like it better. Terrible service. And yet with gifts, we do it all the time. Somebody says, can I please have this? And we say, no, you don't really want that. You want this instead. It's a crazy thing.
I want to get you something interesting. You say the first myth is thinking that stuff is the best gift, when experience may actually be better.
That's right. One of the problems is we think of a gift as something in a box. That's the first thing that comes to mind.
Right.
So we get people stuff. We buy objects for them and give them to them. But it turns out actually that experiences like a trip is great, but even an evening out, those things make us happier when we consume them than stuff. And when you give an experience to someone, there's a secret little bonus, which is maybe you can go along with them and get yourself a dinner and a nice evening at the same time.
Right.
Let's move on to rule number 2. What's another good rule in terms of what you should be doing?
There's a tricky one, actually, which is that expensive is not necessarily better. So you're in these moments where you're thinking, I don't know what to get this person to show that I really care about them. I'll get something really expensive. It's not always the case that expensive is better. There's a very funny study with newly engaged couples. Men think that the more expensive the ring, the more the woman understands that he cares. Women don't necessarily think that. Price isn't the only thing that they care about when they get an engagement ring. They care that the man understands what it is that they're looking for in a ring, because that shows that he understands and cares about what they think and feel. Price is not the worst thing to go on, but it's not the only thing that's important.
You also say that giving your time can be more valuable than giving an actual gift.
Or
a wrapped gift, I should say.
Exactly. You know, if you ask people what's the thing you really want more than anything else in the world, almost no one says another scarf. Almost everyone says time. I wish I had more time. We can give people time. There are websites now where I could actually pay for someone to go shovel your walk. Right. It might even cost less than a scarf, and yet it's going to really make a huge difference in your day in a way that another present really wouldn't.
Quickly, do people really appreciate cash or gift cards more? Because I give a lot of those.
There's a huge difference. Some people really like cash and gift cards. Some people don't like cash and gift cards. And again, you need to understand not what you like when you give it, but what does that person really want and value. If they love cash, then maybe you should give them cash instead of that ridiculous folk art.
The Science of Gift Giving. Michael Norton, thank you very much.